Hello, today I'm doing this makeup tutorial. So a few things before we get started. The makeup that I have currently it's called Flower, and I'm not a huge fan. Another thing I wanted to say is my foundation I got during winter and I have now tanned. So it's lighter than my face, but we're gonna do it anyway. The concealer, whatever, is also lighter than my face. It's not gonna match. It's gonna look kind of weird, but to do the makeup tutorial, I need to do foundation and concealer, so that's just what I have right now. Have a couple of wipies on hand, or a bowl of water, just whatever, because while you're doing your makeup, you don't want to get the residue all over your product. Another thing, make sure you wet your beauty blender. It helps blend, it does it better, it just, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna do anything crazy today, I'm just gonna do kind of like a natural look. So let's just start with some primer. Color correcting primer. I just put a little dot, like that. Primer is very important. I didn't always think this, but it actually is very important. It actually does help. Asher will be popping in and out of this video. Okay, so you don't need much. Okay, now that we've primed and it's dried on your face, personally, I've used a lot of different products for my eyebrows. This works for me. It looks like this. I use 2 brushes. You're gonna want the angled brushes like this. So let's start with these eyebrows. And I'm gonna tell you this right now before I start. I'm not perfect and I make a lot of mistakes. It's really, really, really hard to do eyebrows. Okay, so I just do a few little dabs because you don't want, and maybe I'll even do like this on the edge, because you don't want a lot and you want to do it very light-handed. You don't want to go in there like, huh, because then you get these fake looking eyebrows, like cartoon looking eyebrows at the tip here. I start out, like I said, light-handed, and I just do a line like this at the bottom, and then I don't go into this part. I don't do a line here. I just stop right here where my hair gets really dark. And then at the top here, I'm gonna start my line right here, and you'll see how in a minute I'll blend up and make this look more natural. So one thing I want to say is a little bit of product goes such a long way. So you want to do very little and very light-handed. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start about right here and start filling in this area. And also another thing is if you mess up, we're going to go back in with some concealer and fix it up and line it up to look really nice. First, I'm going to take this bottom line that I drew first and start blending it upward, and if I feel like I need more product right here at the end, I'll add more, but we just want that really natural looking brow from this angle and blend up like this. It's starting to fill in a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with just a tiny bit more, just the littlest bit, and what I'm gonna do is with the brush, I'm gonna turn this brush this way. And I'm gonna put it on my brow and go downward and upward to just kind of make it look like natural hair, So I'm gonna start at the very end here. Now I'm just gonna take my brush and fix some of my eyebrow hairs. With my concealer, it looks like this. And when I take it out, I'm gonna just brush a little bit of that product off. And what I do is I take it and I make 2 lines, one at the bottom and one at the top, and then we go back in with the brush. Look, I know it looks weird, but you just gotta trust the process. Now I'm gonna go back in with this brush that I showed you before, and I'm gonna turn it this way and do this. First, I'm just gonna take some of this and blend it down because this will also help prime our eyelids a little bit for eyeshadow later. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a line closer to my brow first, and then I'll start blending. Okay, now I'm gonna do the top, the same exact thing, same exact way. And this just kind of helps line up everything. Now at this point, what you can do is you can take your blender and blend out this extra product if you want, or you can take a wipe and wipe off some of the extra, which I'm gonna do now. Wipe off some of this extra and then blend. Now we're gonna take our blender, just carefully blend this. And it might look a little funny until you do your foundation. That's fine. That is a-okay. We are done with that brow. That is how I do my brows. I'm gonna really quickly do my other brow and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Both eyebrows are done. After I've done my eyebrows, I go in with foundation. So with this, I use my beauty blender. And what I do is I put just one little squirt on here, on this flat part like that. And then just like I did with the primer, I'm just gonna put little dots on my face. And this part's just real simple. You just start blending. You want to blend in towards your eyebrows a little bit. Just be careful. You don't want a makeup line. So what I do is I do kind of like a half a pump. Again, just a little bit. And I'm gonna just blend in under here along my jawline and down on my neck as well. Now that we've done foundation, I move on and do contour. I contour. And right now, again, I have this from Flower. With the contour, I go in with this brush. I like powder a lot because I like more of like a natural look. I'm just gonna do like this, and you wanna just tap off the extra product. And then with it, I'm gonna start with my cheeks. And you don't wanna drag it down here, you don't wanna drag up. You wanna get right here. I just do a little bit just for a natural look. And if you don't like how it comes out, you can always take your beauty blender and just add a little bit. So you don't want it all the way down here. You don't want to put it all over your face. You just want to put shadows right here to make your cheekbones really, really pop. Do some up here, just right here and right here. A lot of people contour their nose. Sometimes I do that. I don't like to do that, so I'm not gonna do that today. Just like that. You wanna make that jawline pop. And then I take just the tiniest bit and I pinch my brush like this. And I put some right under, sorry, this brush is shedding. Put some right under my lip. What this does is it makes your lips look bigger than they are, which I need. After we've done that, we're gonna go in with some of my favorite stuff, some highlighter. This angled brush, because that's what you want. So when we do highlight, you don't want this all over your face either. So you want to do it right here to make this cheekbone pop, and then right here. Just gonna do this. At this angle, go in. Just right here. I was over at my cousin's house one day, Lexi. Shout out to Lexi. I was over at her house one day before I knew how to do highlighter. I started putting it all over my cheek, and she was like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? She stopped me and came over there and showed me how to do this. So really, shout out to her for showing me how to do highlighter. Thank you, Lexi. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing. There's no limit to highlighter. Put a little bit right here. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit. I pinch my brush just a little bit, I go on my nose like this, and I take the brush like this, and I put some on the tip of my nose. Put some here. right up here. And again, what that does is it just makes your lips pop, makes them look bigger. Okay, now that we're done with that, recently what I've started doing is going ahead and putting on a little bit of setting spray, just so this doesn't start creasing and look weird and stuff while I finish up my makeup, from your local Walmart. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that. Now when that's dry, let's do our eyes. But you always want to put like a base layer on there just so everything blends more smoothly. It's good to do. So I'm gonna take this end of my brush, that end, and I'm gonna go in with the shade called Tease. And what I do is I just very light-handed go in. Okay, so now that we have our base layer, I'm gonna go in and highlight the corner of my eyes, this one, and I'm gonna use this end of the brush. Now with this part, if you want a super bright highlight in the corner, you can go ahead and use some setting spray and spray the tip of your brush and then go in with it. And then you just wanna do this. Next I'm gonna go in with this side of the brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Snakebite, and I'm just gonna do the outside corner and the crease in my lid. So I just go in very light-handed because this shade is dark, and I'm doing just a natural look today. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this side of the brush and I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray just so the color will stick on there and it will stick to my eyelid better as well. So I'm just gonna, this thing sticks, spray it a couple of times, some glittery color, and I'm just gonna do this, and you see you get a lot of product. And then I'm gonna start in the middle of my eyelid, and you start blending outward. Okay, so I am done with my eyeshadow, and we are going to move on to cat eye. So what has worked for me the best so far? Liquid eyeliner. But after I figured it out and I got the hang of it, I never went back to regular eyeliner, just because this is amazing, you guys. You get such precise lines, I guess that's how you say that. Alright, so what I do is I do a bottom line, and then I do a top line, and then I fill in. And then I'll go into the corner and fill in. And I start at the corner of my eye, and I just go upward. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do the top line now. And I start at like the middle of my eyelid and do it. We're gonna start filling it in now. One thing that's really hard to do is getting them even. And that's how I do my cat eye. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go in with some white eyeliner, and I'm gonna pull my eye down and do this part right here. And what that does is kind of make your eyes, give them the look that they're a little bit bigger than what they are. My eyes water so bad when I do this. Okay. Now that we've done that, we're gonna go in and do mascara. And I don't have an eyelash curler, and I personally don't like them, so I don't use it. But I do take my finger and just kind of do this, kind of get them separated, the eyelashes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some primer on. And then I'm gonna take this and wipe off the extra product at the tip. So I'm just gonna go in and put this on. I just do like one little swipe on my bottom lash. So I'm not gonna do lipstick today. I'm gonna finish this off and set my face, and that will be all. Alrighty, well, that completes my look for today. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you want me to do something different, if you have a request of any sort. And thanks for watching. Bye guys.